Welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading for my Clarityempress collective. I hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with you. And I hope you are all doing wonderful. Make sure when you subscribe, you ring the bell. That way you're notified anytime we come on. So, I feel like somebody wants to test your gangster and they contemplating just what it is they gotta do. Some people would rather strategize, connive, plot, plan, steal, than to do the right thing. Whatever the right thing is, whether it's an apology, good behavior, respect, consideration, love, joy, whatever. People like to play in their lower vibration. How can I get over? How can I scheme? What can I say? What kind of passive aggressive thing can I do to get under somebody's skin? You being tested. Spirit said you being tested. And you gonna have to keep your cool, Queen of Swords. You know what I'm saying? But an easy way, a cheat, I should say, to get past the test is to not pay it any mind. Like, get it off your radar. Don't watch it. Don't look. Don't peek. Get it off your radar. That way you can't get agitated. You know what I'm saying? Block. Cut off. Disengage. All of that. So it's no longer on your radar. That's a good way to Queen of Swords somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's not a silent treatment type of thing. It's just a, I don't see you. You know, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I got that right here. You know what I'm saying? Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. That's my little trusted monkeys from Africa. Let's see, where does it say it's from? Oh, no, this is made in England. So, welcome to the channel, y'all. How you doing tonight? We about to unpack this message, but yeah, Spirit said keep your cool. You know, Prince once said, people don't play me, they play themselves. And he's never been wrong. He was not wrong on that. Why? Because when somebody's playing in your energy, in your face, they are wasting their own time when you have your self-worth in check, okay? When you got your self-worth in check, or the fact that you're a good person and they trying to play with you, they're going to play themselves right out your life. Walking right on out your life. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. But thank you for coming to the channel tonight. I hope you are all doing great. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What they need to know and or be aware of. Ooh, toxic love. Patterns, addictions, manipulation, and dysfunction. So a toxic love, that's somebody like, well, how can I put it? Y'all go back and forth, do things to each other with the intent to harm, but you do it in the name of love, or you have an argument and you didn't, nothing, it's like nothing ever happened when you reconnect, right? That toxic love, there's no resolution, there was no understanding, there's no conversation, there's no I won't do this again. It just is on repeat. And it's a very addictive type of relationship, okay? Because neither one of y'all would want to stop the pattern. That's past energy. So I feel like somebody over this pattern. But yes, a lot of manipulation, a lot of dysfunction, a lot of arguing, you know, just a very unhealthy relationship. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Some people people like that toxic love, or that's what they call it. I don't feel like anything toxic is in the frequency of love, but that's what people like to call it. I think it's just a very toxic relationship ultimately. All right, so we got desire here, self pleasure, intense feelings, sexual thoughts about you. Somebody is using actual magic, trying to manifest you through um, what I just read. They have a strong desire to connect with you, but they think of you a lot as in during personal, intimate times, and this is their way of attempting to manifest you, whether they know it or not. That's a way to manifest things, especially at that peak. But yeah, somebody is remembering. They're remembering your smile, your smell, your body, how you feel, you know, the connection, the intimacy. They're remembering all of that. But that's part of this. Oh, oh, something happened to my power. That's part of the toxic love. What else we got? So this is an opposites attract type of thing. You know, there's a lot y'all had in common, but you don't. Maybe good conversation. Maybe there's good intimacy, right? You know, on a physical level. But you're very opposite and maybe your interests, your background, you know what I'm saying, your goals, your purpose, your joy. There's something that's not really driving with y'all. So you may be brought back into a pattern with somebody that you don't really resonate with wholly. Somebody is unhealed. Eddie Munson, what's up? And we got hurting, crying, depressed, pain, sorrow, and feeling rejected. Sheesh. That's in a challenge and a lesson. So somebody's hurt. We're going to get to that. That could be you. It could be them. It could be both. Because of the fact that y'all in a toxic bond. I feel like you gathered yourself, though. I feel like when you start watching tarot, that's usually like if you just starting, that's an awakening, right? Once you continue to watch, you start to understand a little bit more about psychology because it comes out in these cards, and you get a little bit more grounded because you start to see a better picture of what you've been dealing with. That makes sense. Tell me more, spirit. Uh-uh. And we got so you're dealing with an avoidant person, and that's part of the cycle. Somebody who will walk away, ghost, in hiding. This person hides with the hopes that you will chase them. They tend to feel guilty a lot. Introspections. This person does not feel worthy of you, so they are the ones hurting. Bottom of the deck. Overall energy, growing together, shared journey, lessons learned, and soul bond. So you may have a soul connection with this person. I feel like it is. It's like a soul contract of some sort that you guys were going to come together and teach each other lessons, right? They were going to teach you lessons in your self-worth, right? Don't let anybody lower your standards. Don't let anybody you have a soft spot for take advantage of you, no matter who they are. And them, they're learning that you have strength and tenacity and perseverance, and that you will not be dragged down because again, they taught you the lesson they came to teach you. Now it's time for them to learn their lesson. Right now, this person is still avoidant. Not much has changed, if at all, about them. They could be in contemplative energy from all the hurt, the crying, the pain that they feel of loss. It's giving Three of Swords energy. So it's giving somebody who, I heard stress and anxiety, but they live in a bit of fear. This person lacks the ability or the willingness to be vulnerable, to, what's the word? Mm, to surrender to a connection. Avoided people tend to be very hyper independent, right? They don't want help because if they get help, then they become reliant. If they become reliant, they think they're going to suffocate, right? But that's usually somebody who comes from unhealthy attachments. This is how they grew. This is what they know. Unhealthy attachments. This person has, I gotta say it, but it's like I gotta figure out how to say this for YouTube. This person I'm hearing may have been um groped the wrong way, if that makes sense, as a child. Um yeah, I don't know. I mean, I heard that, but they may have been touched inappropriately. And in some circumstances, that could lead to someone being hyper in the intimacy department, if that makes sense. So it doesn't have to be your person. Take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. But this person could have been, um, what's the word? I mean, the right words are coming to me, but in today's society, you really can't say those words now. But if you understand what I'm saying, this is somebody who um has some inappropriate situations as a young child, and they are a little bit hyper in that department because of the overexposure. Okay, what's up, bite? What's going on? So that, if that makes sense to you, we're gonna move on from that. But Spirit wanted me to say that to you. I don't know. Maybe this is why they a bad boy or bad girl, and they all got opposite attraction or something like that. But yeah, this person has a lot of healing to do because of the things that they experienced as a child, and it is causing them to be more reclusive and toxic. As you can see, like I said, love don't resolve. I mean, it doesn't resonate with toxic, but people call it toxic love when people go back and forth. That's not love. That's mess. That's drama. That's, chaos. That's people who don't know what healthy love looks like. So they kind of mimic what they think love is, and they go back and forth with each other. You know what I'm saying? All right, tell me more, Spirit. And we got coming clean. Oh, confessing, opening up, being truthful, and raw emotion. Now, I said earlier, somebody ain't really surrendering under avoidance. So this person, okay. Spirit says sometimes they come clean to you, right? They give you tidbits. You get a little insight on their emotions. But you only get it in spurts. It's not like somebody is normally raw with you. They kind of just, they're truthful. They let you know stuff. So you know a lot more about this person than the average friend of theirs. However, this person is still avoidant. They'll just come clean with you sometimes. Or maybe they realize they can't hide much from you, so they go ahead and they tell you. Um, but I want you to know that don't make you special. It just means that they're comfortable with you. But when I say it don't make you special, it just means that, not that you're not special, okay? It's just more like, if this person is comfortable with you, then they'll tell you something. But if they're uncomfortable, they will shut you out. So, whereas it might seem like you've seen glimpses of them, you probably see more of the other side of them. That what's to say? Opposite attract. What's that say? Hold on. Bad boy. Different beliefs. You have an insane connection with them, but it could be misleading, right? I don't think they fully came clean. I just feel like they're vulnerable with you every now and then. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, yeah, stubborn, bossy, selfish, guarded, inflexible, and lacks empathy. Yeah, this person is very inconsiderate of your feelings. An avoided person, like I said, is typically very hyper independent. Hyper independent people tend to be very inconsiderate of others because they only want their needs met. That's all their um that's their interest, right? How am I doing? What am I getting? Where am I going? What am I doing? How much money I make, right? You know, how many ladies or men I have, right? But when it comes to another person in their life, they're stubborn. They're bossy. They're selfish and guarded here. You guys, you got I'm about to say empath. You are an empath, but you have a avoided energy that is very like a tough cookie. Now, this is somebody that when you had intimate times, they reveal a lot to you, right? But because we're talking toxic love, this person can't maintain a relationship. Okay? They lack the empathy that you have. They are inflexible. It's their way or the highway. It's either you chase them or nothing. Right? This person don't show up for you. Because they live in fear. And it doesn't appear that way, but it is exactly what it is. Because again, they're in hiding, they're conflicted, they're introspective, and they feel guilty. Why? They don't feel like they measure up to somebody like you. You know, there's something about you that they can't let go. Toxic love. They desire you. Again, they think of you during those personal, intimate times. Um, that connection that y'all have, that opposite attraction is insane. Like, it's the chemistry when it's there, it's amazing, right? But they got this dark side of them that is recluse, and it gets quiet and it avoids. And this person is sitting in a hurting, crying, depressed, sorrow, and feeling rejected type of energy. Why? Because you don't want to be in that no more, right? You learn your lesson growing together. You learn lessons, but they haven't finished learning their lesson. Or I should say, maybe they haven't begun their lesson in a way that makes that profound character change, right? Within. You know, they say by the time we're 25 years old, our cortex or frontal lobe has formed. And that is where personality resides, right? That's where they said that it resides in the brain. And so when people have head injuries, tend parts of their personality tend to change. Um, I experienced that with one person, but she had a surgery um, because of a sinus infection into her brain, and it just, how could I put it? It multiplied that personality. She was very narcissistic. I noticed some of it, but it wasn't that obvious to me. And then when she came out that surgery, oh my God, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do this no more. I was trying to help her, but the things that she was about to do and contemplation of doing, and I know she was going to do, was going to could potentially lead to putting other people in harm, and I had to back off. Whoever this person is, Spirit said they get headaches. Because I just had a pain and it went away. So sometimes they get headaches on the left side of their head. This person gets in their own way. Their stubbornness. I feel like, I just feel like if you were expecting this person to change, they're not. They're not. They're not gonna change. If they do, it would have to be based on something traumatic that happened to them in their life. But if it's just like a time thing, like space and time, that frontal cortex is already uh, full, right? I mean, connected or whatever. And that personality is pretty aligned with who they are. So if you were hoping that they were going to be different, Spirit says stop. Don't hope for that. Don't worry about that. Let them be what it is that they want to be. Again, they tend to be hyper independent. So if they feel like they got it all, they could do it all themselves, let them do it all themselves. But the core of their personality is not likely to shift in a way that this connection could grow. Okay. Tanika. Oh, Black Cherry. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's going on? All right, hold on. Tell me more, Spirit. Snoop, oh, so they watch you. Drive by, tarot readings, asking about you, stalking you on social media. So this person watches you. But see, again, you got a selfish, bossy, guarded, inflexible, and lacks empathy. They watching you for their own purposes. They're not watching you so they can come in and make your life easier. That's not it. They watching you to see if you gonna fall apart without them, how you doing, what you looking like, who you messing with. You know what I'm saying? If they can, if it's time for them to swoop back in and disrupt your life, this person is not. It's not giving somebody watching you to see how I can come in and help collective. How can I be in collective life and make it easier? Like they made my life easier or something like that. They're not thinking like that. They just, how can I come in and get more what collective used to give me? That attention, that time, money, even. Whatever you used to give them, this person wants that back. And that's why they watch you. That's why they looking. And they doing drive-bys. They're reading tarot. I told y'all a couple times, some of these people don't went got decks. They got decks and they are literally trying to figure it out. They watch it, they were like, wait a minute, collective watch tarot. Let me watch tarot too. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows you, they come across, have you seen them? No? Oh, okay. Or they waiting for a Scooby-Doo clue from that person to tell them, drop a line about you. But they stalk you. If you have social media beyond a YouTube channel, whatever you have, this person scans all your social media to determine what's next with you. Tell me more, Spirit. This is a collective reading tonight. And we'll be doing donation readings Thursday, I think. Ooh, teamwork, love. See, this is the challenge and the lesson. Y'all were supposed to be a team. It says together through it all. Partnership, we got this. Y'all were supposed to y'all were supposed to be together with this person. Y'all were supposed to work through this. I feel like this is a soul contract that y'all had before you got here, and somebody reneged. And I feel like it was your person. I feel like they reneged in that they like the toxic cycle. I think they like the independence of it all, or kind of a have their cake and eat it too type of energy, where if they had multiple partners, if they were a cheater or a liar or something like that, this person kind of likes the thrill of having multiple options, and you, right? And that wasn't going to work for you. So y'all supposed to work together as a team, and they're not teammates. This person is opposition disguised as a teammate. That makes sense. And then let me see. Tell me more, Spirit. So you got stubborn, snooping, avoidant energy, bad boy, hurting and crying, coming clean every now and then. And when they come clean with you, that's to hook you back in. That's so you feel some kind of way for their situation or whatever they got going on. That's just, to manipulate you into staying put and waiting on them to change. I feel like this person can talk to you in a matter of fact way where you really think that you're getting through to them, or that they understand you and you understand them, until they show you that they don't. Tell me more, Spirit. Egg on their face. Yeah, got caught feeling foolish. Everything backfired. This person played games until it backfired on them. I feel like this person wanted you to chase them. They wanted you to make their life easier. They wanted you to maintain a relationship for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? They wanted you to do all the emotional heavy lifting while they did absolutely nothing. It's giving 9 of Cups. It's kind of like they just brought their baggage to you, but they didn't want to sort it out. They didn't want to put it up. They didn't want to do what they needed to do with it. You do it. You handle it. You got it. You smart. You know. But I feel like this person just did not, mm, they did not respect the connection with you. Bottom of the deck. And it says no contact, block, separation, disagreements, and silent treatment. I feel like they gave you the silent treatment and you let them. You know, matter of fact, I think I put the lyrics up last reading. What's today? Tuesday, right? So the last reading was Sunday. I put up some lyrics from what's his name? Sam Cooke? No, Sam Smith. And you know, basically every time this person separates you with that toxic love, they make it easier for you to accept them moving on. You know, it doesn't get like the cycle that y'all are in might be a cycle, but you have learned that they could potentially just let go. So you learn to let go. They every effort they make is a bit hollow. So you learn to release the efforts, you know, the perceived efforts, put it that way, because I feel like this person comes in, tells you a little vulnerability about them with the hopes that you stick around while they go back to being avoidant and then doing what they want at the same time. If that makes sense. Take it how it resonates, but I just feel like somebody will play mind games with you, and I also feel like they're not they haven't changed anything. Stubborn energies here. So if you run into this person and they tell you, "Oh, I've changed so drastically," I think 9 times out of 10 you would already know, because they if changing their character had anything to do with anything, they would be knocking on your door. They would show up. This person I'm getting not so much, with avoided being a likely outcome. They have egg on their face because I feel like they got busted. It says got caught. Feeling foolish. Everything backfired. Also, if this person was avoided with you but present in other connections, whatever those connections were, none of them are working out. Because they weren't built on, like, true connection. They weren't built on longevity. They weren't built on any of that. You were the rock. You were the foundation in the connection. But Spirit said, I feel like your intuition, Spirit said, you can't do it by yourself. If you tried it, that ain't the answer. Don't do it by yourself. Don't do relationships by yourself. Don't take on somebody's load. And I feel like this person who's very stubborn is very lazy in a connection. What's up, Lottie? What up, gorgeous? How you doing this evening? Yeah, so you got somebody that you're in no contact with. You ain't. I just feel like you don't have no energy for this person. I also think that when you deeply reflect on the connection, some bad memories surface about your connection with them. And in a good way, is pausing you before you reconnect. It's giving you pause. Like, what would be my incentive to even hear you out? You know, I think that based on avoidance being a likely outcome, this person has a long way to go of proving that their desire for you. I feel like they have it. But I also get this might be a stoic individual who doesn't show their emotions. So you may not know how they feel, or you may know a little bit, but yeah. Same, yes, same, sis. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Peaceful vibes. This the type time you on. This is what you've been on. And this came up in the last reading, first card in the last reading. You are no more drama with this person, no more cycles, no more patterns, no more contact with this person. They want to have a toxic love. This is what they used to. And Spirit said they're feeling like I was about to say a bunch of stuff, the Capricorn club. The devil card. I'm not pulling tarot, but the cards are coming to me, and I feel like this person um is no longer able to run that game, that manipulation that would keep them in that devil energy. They're not able to factor that in with you. Um, I feel like they have tried and it's gotten them nowhere. So it sucks to be them. Tell me more, Spirit. No. Oh, yeah. So fake text, spam, and playing on the phone. This person is all in your energy. If they're brave enough to ring a phone and call you, they calling you from those spam likely numbers. Um, you know, sometimes people will play some mind games with you because, again, how butthurt they are from childhood. They will play these mind games with you passive aggressively to trigger you, to upset you, to get you out your skin. But when it comes to just, I could put this, like pure help and support, this person runs from that. They don't want to be helped. They don't want to change. They don't want to grow. They like things as they are. Spirit said, unfortunately, things have to change. Even in your life, right? This person may have helped you learn some lessons. I just feel like this person don't like to change, though. There's a Spirit said they just don't like change. Let's do some kipper dipper on this. What got this person so stuck? Goodness gracious. This person's in some real stuck energy. Give me more, Spirit. Y'all had a connection. I'm telling you, you might have been married to this person. But y'all had a deep, deep soul contract. And y'all was supposed to be married this lifetime or very, very much in a connection, a deep connection. Ooh, tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, but this person's feeling out in the cold and impoverished around you or in their life in general. Something's not working out well. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, they want to still keep the lines of communication open and not necessarily want to close it. Tell me more, Spirit. They're sitting there thinking about you all day and all night. All day and all night. Whenever this person's eyes is open and whenever their eyes is closed, they think about you. Rent free in their head. Rent free, mortgage free. They are in residency in your head and, in their head about you. Fridge is stocked. They can hibernate. They ain't got to go nowhere. They popping a squat right there. Shit. They live rent free in this person's head. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get the card. Okay. Yep. They sit there and they think. But this is why they watch you so much. This person stay in their head. They probably an air sign. Because they stuck in their head when it comes to you. But yet, they're bossy, stubborn. This I'm sorry, Aquarius. This describes Aquarius energy, man or woman. Not all the way, because some of them not selfish, some of them aren't. But that stubborn and that bossy, because you know they fixed signs. Beguarded and inflexible and lacks empathy. Yeah, to a degree. This the empathy and the selfish. It all depends on the person. I mean, is it selfish? God, no. Yeah, the selfish and the lacks empathy. But yeah, they will shut you down, be quiet, be in love with you on some distant shit. Tell me more, spirit. And then we got journey here. Okay, where's that going? Oh, the likely outcome. Yeah, so this person's on a journey to self-discovery is what I heard. Um, they got egg on their face. So now this person has to really sit with whatever they did to you, however they did it. They got to come to some type of terms of understanding. I don't get that you're going to want to repeat yourself with this person because you're not doing those cycles. But yeah, this person is supposed to grow up. It's time for them to get more mature. It's time for them to take responsibility for themselves in their actions, right? It's more like a consequence type of thing. Um, and I heard there may be a judgment coming, but again, take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. But you say you need to start it from the beginning. Yeah, I was saying, I had started a live but didn't make it public. But I was starting to tell everybody that, listen, Prince was not one to play with, okay? And he would tell you, people don't play me, they play themselves. And I totally understand what he mean because some people think they're going to passively aggressively pull your cord and yank your chain and make you do and make you feel some kind of way. And it's, sometimes you want to cuss them out, but that's also what they want. Your time, your energy, and your attention. So just find your center and find your peace. And don't let nobody in your energy that's going to disturb your peace. I mean, what is it? Peaceful vibes? Yeah, peaceful vibes came out. No more drama. None of that toxic love crap. You got a calm mind with a soul alignment. This person, on the other hand, is just stubborn. They'll keep you in standoff energy and be all wrong, all the way wrong, but keep you in stagnant energy. But Spirit said now they're on a journey. This person's on a journey to self-discovery. Now, if the journey takes them away from you, A, or the journey could be here. I don't know. You gotta take it how it resonates, y'all. Also, let's see. Let's get one more in this. Yeah, this is the way, y'all. Whatever's going on with you and your person, pathway is here. This was meant to happen the way it's happening. And it's not something you wanted to happen this way or whatever, but this separation, there's no talking, this separate growth and development is all meant to happen the way it's happening. It's divine timing. The path you're supposed to be on. Why? Because you're supposed to get some sort of light, some type of enlightenment on this path. So, I don't know. Let me see. What else I want to throw before we go? Um, your person might be a player. There might be a jokester. Spirit said. This person, and they be feeling like, I don't know, Spirit said they feel like they smarter than everybody. Like they smarter than the average bear. That's definitely an Aquarius trait. My girlfriend thought, I just stopped telling her stuff because she was always trying to think it her way, which wasn't making no sense for me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop telling her stuff. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do, because I cannot handle somebody trying to. Oh, well, don't do it that way. Do it this way. Oh my gosh. And it don't be better for me. It'd be better for her, right? Convenient for her. I was like, yeah, I'm not telling her nothing else. Tell me more, spirit. So yeah, the reason why your person stalks you with their stubborn self is they feel like they're not letting you go. Maybe that's what they're stubborn about. Is maybe you tried to end it and they're like, yeah, nah. This is also giving this person probably wants you more that you don't want them, which could feel like well, it's giving red flag, because a person that desires you the more you don't want them, what did they want with you to begin with? How do they really want? Because if you decide that you want them, they're gonna go back into avoided energy, unhealed. Tell me more, spirit. I feel your energy, but I need a hug in real life. Yeah, somebody feels that the signal is getting faint with y'all, right? You're not giving hugs and attention. Remember, I said they like your smell, they like your touch, they like the intimate times that they have with you. So they can feel your energy to a degree, but they feel like they also need a hug in real life. Like they need to physically touch you. Cause it has to have been a long time between you and the last time you saw this person. So they are, I was about to say starving for your attention and your affection, but yeah, that's what it is. They're like thirsty for it. That's why they watch you so hard. It's giving them a pseudo hit of intimacy to watch you, but it's not giving them the real thing. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing like the real thing, no matter what it is. Tell me more, spirit. He's gay. Ugh. My karmic is miserable and wants to seek revenge because I don't want them. They treated me bad. Oh, so the person that they with, whoever they chose, you know, they over there wanting to tear shit up because they realize this person don't want them. And the karmic, without even you, this person even saying your name, wants, or well, is aware that this person wants you. It's just obvious that that you are what this person desires, and the karmic is not happy about it. That's on them. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, they do. They need that dopamine hit, and watching you ain't enough. So it's like it can't get that high that they need. They can't get it on screen. They can't get it in their imagination. Even if they are, what I'm saying, doing something strange in their personal time, thinking about you. If I'm trying to find the right word to say it on YouTube. Even if they do those things, right? It ain't you. Self pleasure is not enough. Tell me more, spirit. It says, I watched you walk away and choose you. Now I want to do the same and be consistent. Right. So that's the challenge. Unless it's somebody, they seen you walk away from them. Thought that you would turn back. Thought that you eventually would come back and chase or whatever. They thought, and they were wrong, wrong, wrong. This person now feels like, well, shit, you walked away. Maybe I should walk away from whatever I got going on. So I feel like this person tried to pull you into a third party or keep you in a third party or as an option. While they people please other folks, they try and keep you as an option. Now they want to be consistent with you. That spirit said now they want to stay connected and a part of your life. Tell me more, spirit. You trigger me and I don't like it. I need to work on that before we talk again. So this person realizes that they be getting real, 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 real close to surrendering with you. But then they gotta regroup. They regroup. They pull back. It's a form of control issues this person may have. It's the bottom of the deck. It says my karmic pulls on my lower vibrational energy. They know how to push my buttons. Yeah, so this person actually is um weak when it comes to the karmic. The karmic, even though the karmic knows that this person loves you or wants you or something about you, right? The karmic knows how to appeal to this person in a low vibrational phase. They know how to capture this person's attention, Jedi mind trick them, throw a little snap. Maybe they hypnotize them, and I mean literal. Maybe they hypnotized them. They did something where they got this person's connection, or they got a connection with this person, and the person can't just walk away from it. Spirit said part of it is their destiny. Yep, part of it is their destiny to go through what they're going through with this karmic, and also lose you at the same time. That's part of their destiny. And also, they have to learn how to control their urges. The karmic should not be able to rule them with lower vibrational energy. This person has to learn. They got to learn how to self control. I feel like they have it, but they don't. Because they let the karmic sway their opinion a lot. Tell me more. I cannot wait to tell you everything since we haven't spoken. Yeah, they go through that phase where they want to tell you stuff. They like to tell you a lot of things. You must be a good listener. They like to tell you what's going on in their life in the hopes that it would make you defend them, support them, help them. Tell me more. Is this what it felt like when I walked away from you? Oh no, we have to fix that. So now this person is realizing they don't like the separation with y'all. And then they need contact with you, but they desire it, Spirit said, on a physical level at this point. It's not enough. It's not enough to hold you in their head. It's not enough to watch your socials. It's not enough. And one more. I will surprise you when I come back. It's going to surprise me too. Yeah. You know why it's going to surprise them? Because they don't know. They may pretend to get courage or mm, I was about to say something else. You know, on these internet streets, we gotta be so careful these day and age. We can't even talk and say like basic stuff without, I guess, you getting a strike or something. So I'm not gonna say certain things, but it's frustrating when that's the first thought that come to mind, and I'm sitting here searching for a different word to explain it, and I can't. And it happens on this app, TikTok, whatever. We gotta whisper and mouth out words and all kind of nonsense. Oh my God, it's crazy. This culture has changed so much. Um, we got. I pretend to ignore you because so many are watching. I also want you to come for me because I crave your attention. This person wants you to put yourself out there as the stalker. They done painted a narrative about you to other people that you just all over them or something like that. Because again, they're the hyper independent ones, so no one's coming for them, or no one sees them chase. You know what I'm saying? When all the while, this person is stalking the fuck out of you. They chasing. So that was the reading tonight. Your person, let me just sum it up. They feel like they're gonna surprise you when they come back. Okay. Um, you trigger them, they're avoidant. Nine of Cups energy show up. They're in deep, deep contemplation, thought. What else? Yeah. I don't know, y'all. Just take it out resonate. If it don't resonate, don't take it. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. Your person, don't feel like they changed. If they coming to you hot and fast, 9 times out of 10, they ain't done no work. Or they looked at a book, or they got the number to somebody to talk to and get some help, but they ain't take the steps, and it's gonna be a long while before they do. This is a very avoidant person. Hmm. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming to the channel. Y'all have a good night and peace. Peace.